Hello, I think I'm live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's live stream. Or it might not be tonight wherever you are, but it's definitely evening here. Hope you're all well. So tonight, Doug is going to be back, all being well. Hopefully he'll be on in a few moments. Do let me know in the chat if you can hear me and if you can see me. Hopefully you can. I'm using the good old Google Hangouts, which is much easier for me to manage than the OBS software. Hope you don't mind the view. I think this camera's better too. But hey, in the chat tonight, we've got Rahul, who's waiting for Doug. As I said, I'm sure will be with us in a few moments. Let me just get all the windows that I need in the right places. The chat and all that kind of stuff. So tonight we're going to be announcing the competition winner. Although to be fair, Doug announced it on Monday on his channel. I wasn't around, and well, he's done it. But yeah, we'll just repeat it, I guess, and let you know who won the competition if you haven't seen it on Doug's channel.
I'm here.
And Doug is here. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can.
Excellent. How's it going today?
I'm much better, by the way. Yeah.
Good.
Last week I was in agony with the throat, and I said I was not going to go to doctors and I was not going to take antibiotics. But by Friday I was in agony and I couldn't sleep, and it was like I had a razor blade in my throat. So I gave in and I went to the doctor and they gave me a load of antibiotics, which I've been taking, and I feel much better now. So I guess the rule is there that sometimes you do need antibiotics. However much you don't need them, don't want them even. But yeah, I'm feeling much better now. So I was just saying that tonight we're going to kind of re-announce the winner. I know you did it on Monday, but not everyone may have seen that one. So we're going to announce the competition winner. And also here to answer your questions around keyword research, Amazon affiliate, WordPress, SEO, whatever you like, really.
Awesome. Awesome. So I guess, should we just get right out with it and announce it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Wesley won. So
that was easy.
Yeah, I think, and it's not the Wesley that we interviewed. There was a little confusion about that, but it was a different Wesley. Participated in a lot of the, in each of the videos. I think he added a comment and was very active. And it was a random drawing, by the way. So what I did was created a spreadsheet, logged and tallied the number of entries per person, and then did sort of a double like randomization, so that there wasn't like a connection at the, there was no favorites played. So it was a double random thing. We got the name and then announced it. So that was it. And we will be following up. Alex and I have to chat to figure out when sometimes are good to be available. And we'll be following up with Wesley. So congratulations, Wesley. And thanks everyone for entering.
Yeah, I mean, the playlist seems to have had some good response. We've had lots of good comments across the videos. By the way, if you haven't seen it, you'll find a link to the playlist on both my channel and Doug's channel. It's a playlist of 10 videos all around the keyword golden ratio and keyword research. So we talk about different keyword research tools. We talk about the ratio formula. We talk about how long content should be, the kind of keywords that you should avoid, and a whole host of other stuff. So it's well worth a watch. And I think a few people have binged it and watched the whole thing in one go, which is very credible because there's a good few hours worth of content in that playlist.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And I'm not sure if you announced it before, Alex. I hope this is okay. I am doing a free workshop tomorrow on improving your conversion rate on affiliate sites in general. And Alex hopefully will be able to place a link. I think I have it somewhere with your affiliate.
I've just put a link in the chat. Do check it out and give it a click. It is an affiliate link, but Doug's not selling anything straight away, I don't think.
Yep. Yeah. So no pitch, no sales in that webinar. I'm just going over some information. I know a lot of people actually attend these deals. So that I'm pretty soft on the sales side.
Good. So let's say hello to a few people. Hello, Ian. You might have to shoot off at some point, so you might not have a chance to say goodbye. Oh, well, hopefully you will have a chance to say goodbye. Shame you can't stay for the whole stream. I'm going to be going till about 9 o'clock. I don't know how long Doug can stay, but I'll be on till 9. We've got Alwayne on, who I know is a big fan of Doug. I've seen him representing Doug on various channels in the comments.
Thanks.
Raul's on. He says he's got some questions. So if you have got any questions tonight about, whatever, anything you like, then do just put them in the chat and we'll do our best to answer as many as we possibly can. Hello, Khalid from Morocco. Good to have you on. I've been to Morocco. I've been to Marrakesh. There you go. It's a very interesting country, but very, very nice. Oh, and there's a question. I have an 8-month-old site with only 12 articles in the health niche, and it's ranking well. I wrote an article with a search volume of 5,000 searches, and my post ranked 2nd page on Google within 2 days. Okay, is this a question or is it more of a statement? Okay, that's good. Although I think Doug will agree with me that it's really nice to rank on page 2 of Google, but you generally don't get a lot of traffic from page 2 of Google.
True. Yeah. And I mean, I guess, you only have 12 articles and that's only within 2 days. So, who knows within 2 months what may happen. And by the way, I didn't say hello to everyone. I usually try and do that, but I got a little behind and, the show must go on, but hello, everyone.
Yeah. Hello, Steve. Yeah, I am feeling better. I've just, just explained that. Yeah, I had to succumb and take some antibiotics, but yeah, throat's much better. Thank you for thinking of me. Hello, Violet. Hello, Johnny Boy from Serbia. Wow, I've not been to Serbia, but again, I believe it's a lovely country from what I can see of it, like on the Eurovision Song Contest and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of Europe I still need to take a look at. Savvy says, we title our articles posts with the exact KGR keywords? For example, best ballpoint pen for bullet journaling, which I know is an example that Doug uses, or just include some of the keywords in the title?
Yeah, Doug? Generally you want to put them all in there. And just, you could say what is the best ballpoint pen and so on, but you want to have all the words in the title. That's kind of how the thing works. So, and jumping back, slightly related question from Ian up there. You've watched the playlist and you get 0 for the all-in title. Is that normal? No, it's not normal, but that's actually good. If there are 0 results, that means there are no other people. 0 is obviously less than 0.25. So that is within the ratio and you're good to go. So that's not usual, but that's a good thing.
Yeah, if you've got an example keyword that you want to share with us, we can do a quick all-in title on it and just double check that we're getting the same results and that you're typing it in correctly and all that. But I'd imagine you are. Munir says, how can I update my privacy policy for my Amazon affiliate website because there is an update for GDPR law? Generally, it's just a page on your website, so you can just go in and edit the copy on that. I'm not sure how much GDPR affects affiliates, to be fair, because you're not collecting any information yourself. There's obviously a cookie thing possibly, but yeah, you're not actually collecting any information unless you're collecting email addresses with MailChimp or something like that, in which case you would need to state that in your privacy policy. But generally, It's just another page on your WordPress. So just navigate to it when you're logged in, and then you'll see an edit at the top, and you can just change it in there. Anne says, hi from Trinidad and Tobago. Wow, I've got a lot of global reach this evening. Rahul says, as Google always tries to understand the intent of the search term and it shows the relevant results upon that basis. So if I find a KGR of less than 0.25, how can I expect more? Surely about it, as its intent may place several big sites on the first page. What's the way?
Okay, I'll point you towards, sorry to just cut you off, Alex.
Yeah.
Raul, just in the playlist that we're talking about, there's, I think it's like the 8th or 9th video, Alex did it, and it's like keywords to look out for. So go watch that video. It kind of answers the questions, but basically, if you see a bunch of like results that are, say they're all e-commerce sites, that's a bad sign. If you see a bunch of stuff that you just don't think you'll be able to compete with and all the results seem to be like YouTube videos, also a bad sign if you're trying to write a blog post, right? So just kind of look at what is on the results page and then you can make a determination from there. That said, In one of the other videos, I believe I mentioned, if you look at, say, the wire cutter, I think it's the SEM Rush video. If you say, look at the wire cutter, they're targeting like very big terms. It's a big site, lots of links, very good like optimization. But if you're targeting a term better than they are, then there's a chance you may rank for it. Not always, but yeah, that's sort of the overall question. Answer to your question.
Steve, very good joke. I'm taking that as a joke. I'm not going to read it out though. I don't want to offend anyone. Johnny Boy says, how to start making money as a WordPress developer. What are the best websites to find clients? Okay, Johnny. Well, you could go to sites like Upwork or Freework, I think is another one, that kind of place. You would be able to find clients that way. Or you could join forums like the Warrior Forum or any kind of internet marketing business sort of forum. Though personally, in my opinion, and I've worked as a website WordPress developer, is go in your local area. Get yourself some business cards and do a search on Google for, business networking meetings in wherever you live, and get yourself along to a few meetings and meet some people and be friendly. And if you haven't already got a portfolio of sites, then offer to do people's sites for a very low cost just to build up your portfolio. And if you do a good job and you look after your clients, you'll start getting referrals and you can build a business up that way. And they're often better clients than the kind of people that you meet on the internet, in my personal opinion. So I've actually got a video all around making money as a WordPress developer. I think if you do a search on YouTube, you'll probably find it. If not, I'll quickly find a link in a minute. Carl says, did you hear that the drop in traffic that a lot of people had was due to the Yoast SEO plugin, and there's a fix for it now? I didn't hear about that. Did you hear about that? Do you even use Yoast?
I do on a like a very small basis. I heard that there was an issue and Yoast like admitted that there was a mistake, even though they tried to keep it fairly quiet. However, I'm not 100% convinced that the Yoast SEO plugin is the only thing that happened. So there was an algorithm update as well. These things happened around the same time. So Yoast messed up, but I didn't see a drop in any of my sites where Yoast actually like did have the mess up part in there, right? So it was like a setting that got updated when they pushed their plugin update. So it was just a regular update and then some settings changed. So Alex, what happened was every image on your site, like all the media on your site, was now submitted to the index. So if you look on your search console, you'll see, some stable number of URLs that are indexed, and then you'll see a spike in like March, like the March timeframe. It'll go up, and then it comes back down. So, Carl, there is a fix as far as like the rankings drop. It may or may not be related. So,
okay,
that's my take.
So there's a question there, or from Ian, going back to his all-in title. Can you check funny presence for your boss? You haven't mentioned which Google you're doing that on. I'm going to do it on google.co.uk and on google.com and just see the results that I get.
I mean,
okay, I'm getting 76 results on that. So that's not a 0 all-in title.
Yeah. And I was going to say, actually, I'll leave it alone. But yeah, don't feel like because you get different numbers than what you expect that you're doing something wrong. So just, be confident in what you're doing. Like Ian, is there a reason why you think you're doing something wrong?
Well, he said he was getting a 0 result on that when he was doing an all-in title on that. So Ian, can you just paste into the chat exactly what you're putting into Google so we can just double check that it's all okay? This is what I'm putting in. And make sure that you're looking at the Google results. So it says, for example, about 78 results. Don't look at the keywords everywhere number, because that will be a 0. That's how I've been doing it. Okay, Rahul says, after you receive the content from your writer, how do you judge for its originality or uniqueness? Tools can be fooled, he says. How do you find whether that content has the potential to rank or not? Well, obviously you can run it through tools like Copyscape is one of them, I think. Doug, you're probably better placed. You've received a lot of content from a lot of different writers.
Yeah. You know what? I never check. So I just make sure I'm hiring someone that's a professional, and I never check. So I used to check a little bit when I was paying a little cheaper, but yeah, there are tools that you could use. I think Grammarly has some sort of copy right uniqueness like tool built in too. So you could check those out. And as far as how do you find whether that content has potential to rank or not, this is an unhelpful answer. I will tell you right now. How do you find out if it has the potential to rank? You have to publish it and then you see if it ranks. Or you can read it and then make a determination if it's like good or not. So in either case, like you got to make sure you're hiring good people. If you're hiring good people, then the content should be like good enough to rank. So
okay,
not helpful. I know. Sorry.
So Shopping Freak says, does it matter to have SEO or worry about SEO when you're using Facebook ads to sell and then build customers based on this? Please advise. Personally, even if I'm running ads, I think it's always good practice to do at least a bit of basic SEO. So, you know, making sure that you've got a decent keyword or a good keyword in the page title, using header tags, using meta description, submitting your site to Webmaster Console, all kind of basic SEO stuff I think is always worth doing, because if you do get a bit of SEO traffic, then hey, that's a bonus. And that kind of stuff doesn't actually take too long, really. Now, I know, Doug, you don't really run ads, so SEO is all you do, isn't it, really?
Yeah. And I was going to say, like, if you are, if you are like a ninja at running ads and like being able to sell and a copywriter and all that stuff, then you shouldn't even have to care about SEO. But if you're doing affiliate marketing, depending on what program you're working on with, like it may be really hard. And we don't know the background from Shopping Freaks at all. But if you're trying to do this on an Amazon affiliate site, it's probably going to be hard to like actually make any money at it.
Yeah. The ads will only work on affiliate marketing if you're, you know, promoting some real high ticket stuff where you're going to earn a big commission for each sale. It could be maybe a CPA offer or some other product or service that offers a really high commission rate. Otherwise, it's just not going to add up.
Yep.
So, Ian, I think you're definitely looking in the wrong place when you're doing your keyword research. So what I'm going to just quickly do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you where you need to look. And if I can just figure out how we can do it. There we go. Okay, so this is the Google, as you can see. It's just google.co.uk, but I think I get the same result on google.com as well. So the phrases in here, all in title, and then the colon, and then the key phrase or keyword is there. And I think you're looking at this number here, which is the number that comes from Keywords Everywhere, the plugin. This is the number you want to be looking at. That's the number of results that are coming up on Google, and that's the number that you're going to run through your KGR. This number, you get it when you do a search without the all-in title. You got 30 there, and then whatever it was, 70 is it? So if we're doing some quick maths, where's my calculator?
And I was going to say, while you're doing that math there, Ian and everyone, be sure you use the spreadsheet. So Ian, it looks like you're just running some stats, you're doing some queries, but you're not using the spreadsheet. You're not doing any calculations. So number one, go back to the first video, watch the intro, watch me find a couple of them, watch Alex find a couple of them, and then use the spreadsheet. If you use the spreadsheet, you will see that this is fine. And the other thing is, like, when you do the all in title and you see the search volume is 0, that doesn't matter, because literally no one uses that all in title except people like us who are doing like deep keyword research.
Yeah.
So you're skipping a couple steps. You're maybe getting ahead of yourself, and I'll throw it back to Alex.
Okay, yeah. So for that one, that particular keyword, you've got your volume of 30. So it would be 30 divided by 70, which was the number of results that come up in Google. So that gives you a keyword golden ratio of about 0.42. So that one would not be compliant. Does that make sense? I think you're just looking in the wrong place. You get your volume from that number at the top, and then you get the number of results just slightly below, and that's part of the Google results page.
Yes, indeed. All right. Alwayne says, oh, sorry, were you done, Alex?
No.
Okay. Alwayne says, you're 12 months in with a site, you have 50 KGR articles. How much traffic would you expect to see per month, as in page views? What would your goal be? What do you think, Alex?
With 50 articles, I mean, it depends on the niche and everything, but by that point I would be wanting, to at least be earning enough revenue. I'd have thought. I don't know. Maybe 5,000 a month, something like that. 10,000 a month.
It's impossible to answer. There's no way to answer that, because we don't know the niche, we don't know the search volume, we don't know anything about anything. So unfortunately, we cannot answer. So what traffic are you getting? And maybe that'll be a good baseline.
Yeah. And how long are your articles? And are they all, well written and all that kind of stuff? And have you got any links? And it depends a lot of things, as Doug says. Okay, keep the questions coming in. Let me just scroll up and see if we missed any. I don't think we have tonight. It's kind of quieter tonight than usual. I think we're up to 29 viewers. It's not too bad, but
and don't be shy to give a thumbs up. It looks like we have, I just did mine. We have 5 likes. But if you have the opportunity to give a thumbs up, always appreciated.
Perfect.
And
how long should I keep with the site till I start seeing some serious revenue? Are you kind of saying, when should you give up? If you've been adding loads of articles and you've been grinding away, following the system, and you're still not seeing any revenue. I don't know, Doug, when would you draw a line under a site and say this one's not working?
All right. I think potentially I had too much coffee today. So I'm going to open with that.
Okay.
And then this will make sense. So in your question, Echo, there are a lot of gaps in we don't know what you're really asking. So when you say serious revenue, what do you mean by serious revenue? Do you mean $100 a month or $15,000 a month? So it's really hard to say. Typically, and I'll give you a helpful answer, Echo. I'm sorry. Again, I think I maybe had too much coffee. I'm not 100% sure.
Maybe fine. That's a perfectly reasonable answer. Yeah, how much a lot of serious money to one person is different to another, isn't it?
But what I can tell you is, if you go to my channel, I think I did a video on the timeline to reach $100 and then beyond. And I'll give you the high level overview. In about 6 months on average, if you put, time and effort in for about 3 months, 5 hours a week or so for about 3 months, by the 6th month, you probably will have your first $100 month. Yes, there's a ton of variables out there, really hard to determine. Like I was talking to Alwayne, it's hard to say how much traffic you'll be getting with 50 articles in 12 months, but you'll probably be able to get, at least 100 visitors a day and at least $100 in one single month. And then after that, it all depends on how much work you put in. So if you end up doing 50 articles within the first 6 months, for example, like Alwayne's example, or sorry, within the 12 months, and then you say add 400 more articles that are very well optimized and you do some link building, well, then maybe you have a $20,000 per month site on your hands, right? It all depends on how much work you put in. But your question is, how long should you keep with it until you start seeing serious results? It depends on your goal. It depends on if you think you're in a good niche, if you think you made some mistakes, if you think you should start over, and that sort of thing. Alex, Any thoughts on that?
No. That makes perfect sense. It's all down to your goals and where you want to be. But if you're seeing growth, then I'd carry on. It's a lot of like all things online. I've found, whether it be getting website traffic or YouTube or social media, it's an exponential growth. It's like a snowball effect, and it's hard sometimes to get the momentum going. But if you're still seeing growth, there'll be a tipping point where the graph goes up a lot steeper and the money starts to increase and the traffic starts to increase. And a lot of people, I think, fatally give up before they get to that tipping point because they just don't think it's growing quick enough or at the levels that they wanted it to be at. So I'd keep going. But if you're seeing growth, I mean, if you've been slogging away and you've been doing everything right and you're not getting traffic, maybe you're in a niche that's not got anyone looking for it, or you just picked a complete dud. But that's probably unlikely if you followed my channel and Doug's channel and Doug's course, that kind of stuff about researching a niche and finding a niche. I'd have thought you should be fine. The couple of people saying that they've broken their site, they're getting the illegal string offset message. Now that it's not actually to do with cleaning out products or anything like that. That is to do with your PHP version on your hosting. Now, if you're with HostGator, which a number of you are probably because I recommend them, then you need to log into your HostGator control panel, and then you need to scroll down and look for a little icon that says PHP selector. Click on that, and then change your PHP version to version 7.1. And that should fix it. That's an error to do with the latest version of WooZone running on the latest version of PHP, and a lot of hosting runs PHP 5. And yeah, if you're running PHP 5, you'll get that message. So hopefully that's fixed that for you. If you're with another hosting provider, it'll be a similar process. Log into your control panel and look for something that says PHP version or PHP selector and do it in there. If you don't see something, send them a message on a support ticket and say, can you upgrade me to PHP 7 or above? I don't know what happened to PHP 6. I think I seem to miss that one out. There's PHP 5 and PHP 7. So there's a couple of you asking that. So Shopping Freak says, I'm doing dropshipping with AliExpress. How to find winning products? That's something that I can't really help you with. I've not got a lot of experience with dropshipping apart from creating that site. I would look around on YouTube. There's tons of videos on how to find good products and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Savvy says, when you're looking at page 1 for a KGR term, how do you know that the sites listed are authority sites? Doug?
Well, it's kind of a loose definition, by the way. So it's hard to say. The two things I would mainly look at is like the amount of content that they have on their site. So you can go to Google, type in site, and then the domain name, and you could see like the number of index pages. So that kind of gives you an idea of like how much content they have. The other part is when you look at the reviews, are they like all 8 to 15,000 words and written by professional journalists? If so, I would say that's kind of the authority site, like a big site that may be tough to rank. And I think maybe that's what you're really asking, like, are these tough to rank against? And yeah, that's kind of what I would look at just in general. Additionally, if you want to go deeper, you could get an Ahrefs membership, take a look at their backlinks. If they have like a crazy number of backlinks, then they may also be considered an authority site.
Yeah, there's loads of tools out there that can help you. Alexa is another one that will give you some stats. But generally, I think once you've done it for a little while, you'll get an idea when you go to the website and you click around. And if you can see that it's rich, full of content that's been well written, there's loads of comments on all the articles, it just feels like a real busy site, then it's probably got some authority. And of course, if you spot any, sites that you recognize, any brand sites, like, if you see Amazon or if you see any other big stores or big companies that you're aware of, then they generally are authority sites. So you'll generally get a feel, and I think the more you do it, you'll be able to spot authority sites quite quickly. And you'll also be able to spot the smaller affiliate niche type sites that are going to be similar to what you're building, that you will be able to compete against quite easily. Hugo says, hi, I'm from Honduras. I new in affiliate marketing world and I want to start with Amazon. Do you think it's the better place to begin with zero experience? Sorry for my English skill. Don't worry about your English skill. That's fine. I think Amazon is a great place to start with affiliate marketing because it gives you a wide range of options in terms of the products you can choose from, the niches that you can move into. I'm going to say niche and niche tonight, depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, I think Amazon is a great place to start.
Good, English.
Yeah, Hugo, we should actually say it probably. It's niche, by the way, if you're learning English.
He's
not
right.
niche.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Amazon is a great place to start. I mean, just bear in mind that the commissions are generally a bit lower in terms of commission rate that you get from Amazon. But as Doug has proven many times, you can still earn some good money from Amazon. So it's a great place to start.
Yep, I agree. And I think, without repeating what Alex just said, like Amazon converts really well. So if you could just get some people to your site, you're probably going to be able to make some sales. And, going back, I see Violet asked a question about starting all over. Sounded like maybe she was going about it the wrong way, and now you're trying to figure out where to start from. And I posted a link. I recently updated my niche site process, which is like a multi-part guide. It's probably long enough for an ebook, but it's all free. I put a link in there, but that's a good place to sort of like look at it from a full overview, a roadmap. There's actually a little roadmap in there, right? To guide you through the process and how to approach it. And there are sort of updated guidelines. I literally just did this in the last 6 weeks or so, where I've updated the content that was kind of out of date.
Okay. So I don't know, what am I doing again, Violet? Charles says, just letting you know it worked. Thank you again. Okay, so that was the problem that you were getting with the PHP area. I'm glad that's fixed your problem. So it's been worthwhile you coming on tonight. That's good. By the way, just a quick note on Woozone. I've done quite a lot of recording on the Woozone video now. It's already way over 2 hours, and there's still quite a bit to do. The site is quite big because this time I'm doing a bit of Doug stuff as well. So I've got 10 articles that I'm adding to the demo site that I'm creating and all that kind of stuff. So it's taking a bit longer. Oh, sorry, Vi. I don't mean to ignore anyone. It's just that the chat goes past, and that
come on, Alex.
Potentially ignore anyone. I do apologize. This happened last week too. But the other cool thing when it comes to Woozone is I've now got kind of first line contact with the lead developer over there. So if I do come across any problems, any bugs, anything like that, I've got a direct line. He answers me really quickly and gets stuff fixed. So that's really good. They kind of I'm well on their radar now in terms of the amount of sales that I brought to them by recommending their software. Anyway, sorry, Violet. As I said, I don't mean to ignore anyone's questions. The chat scrolls past and I miss it.
Tough.
Work online finder, glad that's fixed your site too. Doug's answered you, Violet. That's good. So yeah, keep the questions coming in. I don't think there's anyone else that we've missed.
So Violet had sort of like a follow-up on staying focused and with the sort of side issue of being sort of doubtful of her choices and her abilities. So a couple things. One, it's really hard to stay focused, but if you could just like ignore other like opportunities that you see, or just pick like one person to follow, like whether it's me or Alex or Income School or Authority Hacker or someone else, just pick like one person, one group to follow, and then just like study them, study what they're doing, look at what they're currently doing, not just the old stuff, and make sure you follow through with one plan. And then after you learn that plan, you can look at other resources and then maybe pull together some stuff. But if you skip around, it is really overwhelming, because I may tell you keyword golden ratio. Other people may tell you, hey, you have to do this authority site model where you have to do 400 articles and you have to do link building and you need to hire a VA. And they sound so convincing every time, just like I sound convincing about what I talk about. They sound convincing about what they're talking about. So just follow one group, one person, whatever, and then make sure you don't skip around too much. That's where the issue happens. Try and limit your inputs.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Again, I've got another video about that on my other channel. My channel's called Alex Cooper, but the thing is, there is a lot of ways to make money online, and a lot of the ways work. I mean, setting up an authority site will work. You'll definitely make money that way. Drop shipping, there's a lot of people that have made money with drop shipping. YouTube, you can make money that way. Running an AdSense site, you could make money that way. And there's a ton of ways to make money online, and pretty much all of them work fine. But the problem that you can get, it sounds like you possibly get that, is that you kind of hear all these messages, you're doing a bit of affiliate marketing, and then someone says, drop shipping is the way to make loads of money. So you think, oh, well, maybe I should be doing drop shipping, and then you hear something else and hear something else. They're all legitimate ways of creating a business online, but they all involve quite a bit of work, and they involve your dedication to them and to the project to kind of see it to fruition. So yeah, as Doug said, just don't get distracted. There's a lot of noise out on the internet, and a lot of people saying different things, and a lot of people are saying the right things, but you've got to choose which one you're going to go for and stick to it. Okay, Violet says, thank you very much, that's good. John says, I bought an expired domain, which was a brick and mortar business. It has hundreds of backlinks from directories, yellow pages, press releases. Do you know how to check if these hurt the rankings? The first place to look is in your webmaster console. You'll get a lot of information in there about if you've got any dodgy links, because there'll be a kind of error warning message in there if there is anything a bit dodgy. Doug, have you got any ideas on how you check links? See if they're
it's a little tougher. I would, if it's just in the hundreds, I would probably go to Ahrefs and just download all the links you can, go to the search console, download all the links you can, and just take a look at them. And if they are, if you see like spammy links, which they'll have like weird domain names a lot of times, gibberish. If you see like spammy domain names, stuff like that, then you can, assume those are bad. And I mean, there's no way to know if it's hurting the rankings until you have like some baseline. You can, use different tools to find out if they're spammy links or if they're toxic links and stuff like that. But those are just best estimates from a tool, which can give you a great place to start from, but you never know until you have like some baseline and see what happens. Maybe those spammy links are actually helping you rank also.
Yeah.
That could happen.
You never know. And I have had bad links in the past just from SEO stuff that I did in the past that was maybe not 100% white hat. And yeah, the Google Webmaster Console will tell you if you've got some bad links coming, and will tell you that you've been de-indexed and that you need to fix it, and then you need to resubmit the site. And there is a tool that Google provide within Webmaster Console called the disavow tool, which allows you to enter links that you've got if you think they are bad, and ask Google not to count them against your ranking. But if they are from things like directories, yellow pages, press releases, generally they're not too bad. I mean, they're not great. I mean, nowadays they're not going to bring you much ranking. Directories and things aren't going to do much. But I don't think they should do much harm either. I did see a question just go by from Savvy, who said, how do I go about getting backlinks for a new website? Doug, do you want to start on that one?
Yeah, so, and Savvy followed up with a question about videos, and I actually have a couple playlists on the topic, a couple free workshops, hours of material. But basically, in short, you should make sure your site looks good. I actually did a video earlier on what to have on your homepage, so check that one out. It's the most recent one. Make sure your site looks all right. Make sure your content's good, and then basically I do blog commenting, so you can network within your niche, and then email people to see if they'll let you guest post on their site. There's some other stuff you could do also, but basically, Niche Site Project is my blog, and it's a good example. When I launched the site in 2013, I didn't write much. I had no like contacts, but I emailed a bunch of people that had blogs. I let them know I was launching a blog. I was active in comments. And then I actually asked them if they wanted to guest post on my site. A few people did. I got a few people to help me launch my site. Now, by the way, you won't be able to do that exactly. But when I interacted with those people, then they let me know that I could guest post on their site. Some of them offered it up without me even asking. So just go out there and network. And as long as you have some content on your site and it looks okay, they'll probably let you guest post. Now, that was a high level overview, and I'll find some links for you in a second so you can see some of the videos that I've done on the topic.
Yeah, there's many ways to get backlinks. Guest posting is a great way of doing it because that way you can get some really high quality links. And with link building, it is generally all about quality rather than quantity. You know, a couple of good quality links will have a much bigger effect than, you know, hundreds of very low quality links. But if you know, you're not maybe ready to do some guest posting, there's forums. You can join some forums that are related to your niche. Get involved on those forums. Don't just start posting links straight away. Start answering questions, helping people out, build yourself some reputation, and then there may be an opportunity to add a link to your site within a post when you're answering a question, that kind of thing. Also on forums, generally when you get to a certain level and you've, you know, been welcomed into the forum and they know that you're not just some kind of spammy guy, you can often have a signature on your posts, and you're often able to add links to that signature. So then every post that you put on the forum will have a link. Question and answer sites is a good place to get some links. So again, it's a bit like forums. You need to build up some reputation by answering questions and helping people out. When you get to a certain level of reputation, you could then link back to your site. Generally, what you'd want is an article on your site that answers the question, and then you can say in your answer, you know, by the way, blah, 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 this is how you do whatever. And I've got a lot more information on that on this article, or maybe don't even say that it's your article, just say, you know, there's a lot of information over here, a couple of ways of doing it. But a lot of the time nowadays, when it comes to building links, it involves building a reputation with the sites that you want to get links from. So whether that be a question or answer site or a forum site or a guest post on someone else's site, it's about, yeah, building your reputation and getting to know the site owner, or you know, if it's a forum, building up your reputation by just answering other people's threads. A great site, by the way, for about backlinks is backlinko.com. There's also a YouTube channel. Now, that guy is an expert at link building, and you know, he's got very long posts, you know, for example, about how to create a great infographic and then getting that infographic out and sharing it to get links back, that kind of stuff. There is a ton of ways, but they all involve quite a bit of work.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I'll caution you, Brian Dean's awesome. Backlinko is great. I reference him a lot. However, I will say a lot of the strategies work really well for like bigger marketing, like companies that's more as audience, where like it's maybe an in-house SEO person for a bigger company. What happens is, like, if you go learn about the skyscraper technique, right? You can go check it out. You'll think, hey, this is great. There's some interesting case studies where he's proved it, but that was like 3 years ago. So if you try and do the skyscraper technique right now, it's not going to work as well. You're going to have to be a little bit more creative. So the techniques can work, but if it's a saturated industry, you will have a hard time like doing it, and you'll get frustrated because it's a lot of work, like Alex said, for each one of the tasks, right?
Yeah. A lot of his methods do involve kind of cold approaching people with an email and sending out lots of emails and hoping that you'll get a few replies back and that kind of thing. Whereas I know Doug's approach is a lot more, you build a rapport with the site owner. That way, then you don't have to send out quite so many emails to get a response back, because they already know who you are when you ask them for that guest post or that link. Anyway.
So a couple questions came through. One from Steve about sitemaps. Like, should you like keep updating sitemaps over and over? I typically don't. Usually once you have a decent number of pages, like, you don't have to worry about resubmitting it all the time. I usually will like submit it initially, but I usually don't make a habit of it. I don't know if there's any big.
No, if you're using something like Yoast SEO or another similar plugin to generate you an XML sitemap, that sitemap will automatically update whenever you update your site. So whenever you publish a new page or post, it will automatically be on there. And if you're on Webmaster Console, if you're kind of submitting the URL, which is the best way of doing it, then again, that will automatically update as well. So there's no need to resubmit in the future. It will just do it for you. Savvy says backlinking is where I get a bit confused. There is a few videos on both my channel and Doug's channel all around backlinks, so do check them out. Hugo says, can I promote without having a website, or do you definitely recommend having a website? When it comes to Amazon, I would definitely recommend that you have a website. Other affiliate programs, they're not so fussy about how you promote stuff. Generally, it obviously depends on the affiliate program.
And technically, you don't have to have a website for Amazon either, but...
Okay, I thought they were a bit funny about posting links on like Facebook and that kind of stuff. Are they not?
I think they are, but you can have like a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, you could do it that way.
You can like share on social, but you have to fit within their criteria. However, Hugo, you said you're a beginner, so yeah, just use a website. But to answer your question accurately, you can do it in a lot of different ways, but you don't have to have a website, but you should have a website.
Yeah. There we go. Anthony says, if I use other people's YouTube videos as a source of reference in my affiliate site, wouldn't I introduce, sorry, I just kind of rewrite it. Basically saying, would I lose the customer client to that person's affiliate links? Well, I guess it depends on the video that you're going to be adding to your site. You know, for example, if you're wanting to promote HostGator, let's say, just for an example, and then you embed one of my videos, and then within my video, I say, you know, go to HostGator and here's my link and here's my code, then yeah, I'm going to get the commission because they'll probably use my code or whatever. So you just want to be careful in terms of the videos that you're going to be using, and use something that's a little bit more generic and not made by another affiliate, I'd say.
And I would say I don't disagree with the facts of what you said, Alex, but I'm like, who cares? Like if you have one person that like if they happen to follow the link all the way back to YouTube, watch the video, and then click the link in the description for an Amazon, like who cares? It's just like,
yeah, it's not going to be many people, is it?
Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it. So don't try and optimize for like a 0.25%. It's just, don't worry about it.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah.
Right, this is another example is getting confused on how to build up my website. Thought about starting as an authority site or membership site with affiliate marketing. Is that too much to start off with? Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Setting up
I think if you think it is, yeah. Sorry, Alex, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'd just say they're big jobs, those. Setting up a niche site is not so much work. There's not so much technology involved. You can have a very simple theme, a very simple WordPress install, and then all you need to worry about is the content.
Indeed. Yeah. And everything, like while there are solutions to help you like create an authority site or create a membership site or whatever, there's always issues and everything will take longer than you think it will.
Yeah. Yeah, membership sites are tricky, and there is loads of WordPress plugins, for example, that you can buy, or even some free ones that will do the membership stuff, but they're not always easy to set up. And as Doug says, and is often the way with technology, it never quite goes to plan. There's always something that goes wrong and, you know, takes longer. Violet says, by the way, hello from the Netherlands. Hello. Now that is a country that I have been to. That is true. Amazon has mentioned to me that you need a website when you go and apply. It does ask you for a website address. So yeah, I think, yeah, especially with Amazon, I would go for a website. But you know, there probably could be ways around it if you just wanted to use social media. The problem with using other platforms is that you're kind of putting yourself at risk slightly. So for example, I get the bulk of my stuff from my YouTube channel, but I don't have ultimate control over my YouTube channel. If for whatever reason, you know, Google decided tomorrow they were going to shut down YouTube or just shut down my channel, they didn't like me for whatever reason, you know, I've got no control. It's out of my hands. They could do that. Whereas when you've got your own website, you've got a bit more control. It's all on your platform. It's all, you know, your stuff. So you've got a bit more security. Okay, well, let's run for about another 5-10 minutes. It is a quieter one tonight. I don't know what, maybe they're just sick of Doug coming on, but I doubt that though. We pulled in a great crowd last week. I noticed there's a number of regulars that aren't on tonight, so that could be why. They're just busy. I don't know.
Cool. Yeah, and I think you know, I had one earlier. There were slightly fewer people on mine as well, so it could be, you know, people are on vacation or something like that.
Yeah, could be. But anyway, it's still been good fun. We've had some good questions coming in. Do keep them going. Otherwise, me and Doug are going to have to just talk amongst ourselves for the next 5-10 minutes about something. Maybe we'll talk about beer or something.
Right. Let's see. And I think, so I don't know, since we have time, I guess I can just I do recommend the website, but I'm pretty sure you can be in the Amazon Associate program monetizing through an app. Like
You can.
so,
That's you can.
right. So it like use a website. I've never done anything outside of a website other than like YouTube. But if you want to get technical, right? Because I know online people want to get technical and they want to correct you when you're wrong and stuff like that. So yeah, I think there are a few options, but create a website. You know, it's the best way out.
Steve says it could be down to the World Cup, which starts tomorrow, and everyone's going out because they're not going to be able to go out again because they're going to be watching football or something. Maybe.
I gotcha. Not around here.
No, it's a big.
We don't care. We don't care about that.
Okay, yeah, Anthony says one problem that I have with these live sessions is that I get the notification too late, or I'd have to be paying attention to my phone. Can you guys set up something where we get a notification further ahead? Well, I do send out an email. I sent out an email this morning, so you should have got that by now. I do post it on Facebook, so be sure to follow me on Facebook. Just do a search for WP Eagle or WordPress Eagle. You'll find me on there. In terms of the YouTube notifications, we don't have much control over that. It just kind of does it when it wants to, I think.
Yep. And I think like I have an email list, but I don't always send out an email. I did create like a little segment for people that were specifically interested in YouTube, and maybe I should get on that a little bit more and like send the email out to let people know. But a lot of times I'm just a little busy, and that's like the last thing to like send an email, but maybe I should revisit that. So
yeah. I normally send out the email the morning of the stream, if not the day before. So, and normally it sends within a couple of hours generally, but I don't know. But they're at the same time every week. Generally, Anthony, they're on a Wednesday, 8 o'clock UK time. Violet says, I'll go for links you gave me and I'll let you know which improvements I made. I guess the key here is not giving up. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't give up.
100%. Yeah. Most people that are successful in working online, they sort of persevere through the issues. And when they make a mistake, they try not to make that mistake again and keep improving. And then usually you'll figure it out.
Yeah, that is the thing. You are going to make mistakes. You are going to fail. That's kind of the path of most people that have got success. It doesn't always go to plan first time, and it very rarely do you get the success maybe that you want first time. It's a learning curve. It's a learning experience. But if things don't quite go to plan, just take that as feedback. I think the motto is there's no failure, only feedback. Yeah, and just keep going. Keep going. You'll get there eventually. Steve says, just realized WP stands for WordPress. There we go. But now I talk about lots of other things, not just WordPress, so maybe it was a bad idea for a channel name. It's too late to change it now. Dog says, I remember a bull guy from one movie. I don't know what's that about. Don't know. Anthony says, Alex, do you have a direct connection to AA team? I have a bug I submitted. Yes, I do. Email me, Anthony. I said earlier, I've got a direct connection to the lead developer over there. So if you let me know, I'll let them know, and it might be a bit quicker. So as it's gone a bit quiet, I think what I'll do is I'll wrap it up. Why not? We've been going for nearly an hour. Thanks very much to Doug for joining me again. He's probably not going to be on next week. It'll probably just be me, but we'll come up with some good things to talk about. Do check out his webinar tomorrow. I think he's just posted a link in the chat now. Is that right? Yep, you'll find a link in the chat.
Improving your conversion rate.
Yeah. So that's a really good topic as well. Getting traffic is just half of the challenge. Once you've got the traffic, you then need to convert that into an action, and it's in the actions where the money is at. So Highly recommended that you do that and learn a bit more about how to get some better conversions or better conversion rate even. Steve says, Alex, have you ever done a blog type video step by step? Yes, I have. Let me just quickly post you a link, but it's a little bit out of date now, possibly. Yeah, I did one a little while ago. I've got another one planned. Let me just see if I can find it. How old is it? Here we go. It's 8 months old. But I'll put it in the chat. You can go check it out. It uses basically the WordPress 2015 theme. One of those that comes with WordPress for free. Okay, that's it. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, then do click the like button. That really does help me out. Do check out Doug's channel. You can just click on his name in the chat and you should be able to get a link directly over there. He's got loads of content. He uploads videos way more frequently than I do. So definitely worth subscribing. One last question from Anthony for Doug. Where can we submit questions ahead of time so that you can answer them in your live streams and in your webinars?
Yeah, let me get you that link. And it's, let me try and remember. There we go. I think it's that bit.ly link, but also you can, I think I may, yeah, if you put it there, I'll usually take a look at it. It goes to a spreadsheet that is easier for me to manage. And the other thing is I may just do like a video ahead of time where you could submit the questions as comments just to have more interaction on the channel. But it becomes, I mean, Alex, you know what this is like. You get all these comments on various videos. It's really hard to go back and like answer every single one. And I have a much smaller channel than you. I can't imagine like the number of comments you must get. Can you even answer them at this point?
I do my best. I can't answer all of them. And it's just the way that the YouTube comment system is not very clear often. So often, you know, if I get into a discussion with someone, it's not always obvious that there's been a new reply, that kind of thing. Basically, it's really difficult to manage it, as you say, especially when you start getting a lot of comments. So yeah, if I see the comment, then I'll do my best to answer it, but I do miss a lot. I miss even more than I miss in the live stream chat.
Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks, Alex, for having me on. Glad you're feeling better. And we'll catch you again soon.
Catch you next time. I do check out Doug's webinar. One last thing, I'm just going to post one last link in the chat, and that is a link to my other training platform, which is You Can Do Academy. I know a lot of you have signed up and have been getting stuck into it and have been getting some good feedback, but yeah, go and join up. It's full of training all around internet and business stuff. So not just affiliate marketing, but everything in between and a whole lot more too. So it's free to join. Go check it out. But yeah, until next time, bye for now.